Hey guys, welcome back to the Q Effect. I'm your host, Laquan James, the Gentle Giant. We have Miss Enjoli Jackson here and MJ Jackson. They are a lovely couple. I'm sure you guys have seen them on Instagram. They do a lot with fitness. Also, they promote positive feeling with your partner.
Yes.
And they give a lot of really, really good wisdom. And you guys might want to hear it because I know I've learned a lot from them myself. But other than that, he's a father, he's an entrepreneur, he's a trainer, he's a coach, he is all the things. And so is she over the last couple of years. She's great into fitness. She's also a mother. When she stand up, I promise y'all, this waist is crazy. But at the end of the day, I just love them as a couple. I love them as what they're doing for our Black community as well as fitness. You can have it all, but at the end of the day, you got to work for it if you want it. Relationships are not easy, but communication is everything. Y'all gonna hear so much about how they became who they are, a power couple who I hope to be like in the future.
Thank you. It's really kind, man. Thank you.
Hey, I'm just giving credit where credit's due, you know?
Man, I'm gonna have to walk you around, have you walk around, be my announcement everywhere I go in.
Oh, you know I'll do it now.
Right now, that introduction.
Yeah.
Woo.
So what's crazy is I didn't even know them from a can of paint.
Yes.
And I was at the Arnold. Was it the Arnold, right?
Yeah, it was the Arnold.
Yeah.
It was
I was at the Arnold doing a display, talking to people about peptides, hormones, weight loss, all the things as far as recovery, because a lot of people at the Arnold are people that compete. They don't know a lot about what they can do to heal so that they can continue to do what they're doing, look as good as they're doing, but also you want your blood work to match the way you look.
Yes.
So that's where I was the only person there for that. Everyone else was there for showing the supplements and protein and all this kind of stuff, but I was the only provider there, but actually I looked the part, so it was actually a great thing for me.
Absolutely.
But that's how I met them, and then Jolie found me from like way in Africa, and she came over.
Yeah, she found you first. She was
Yeah,
like,
I knew you from Instagram, so I was like, wait a minute, that's the gentle. I was like, babe, this is it. So I had told him about you a few times, but he never caught on. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she left us. Me and Ron were
and
walking.
So I went and I stalked him. I was like, I need to find out where his booth at, where he at, because I need to bring him over here. Because I knew about the red light and everything you were offering. I was like, I want to talk to him. So I found you and I was like, hey, babe, can we go over there? And you was like, yeah, let's go. Came over there and it was a wrap from there.
Been locked in ever since, man. Yeah.
And what's crazy, guys, is, he's had some shoulder issues. So I used my Exosome cream, red light, and gave him like a shot of like the Wolverine called BPC TV 500. And literally in that one treatment, he was ready to go shoulder press 315.
Oh yeah. And I'll tell you this, since that moment, especially since I've been using your cream in the red light, like what did I tell you the other day? I was like, yo, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I was like, they done messed up.
I was recording his workout and I was like, oh, you pushing, huh?
Oh yeah,
he was like, yeah, man, Quan done messed up. He done gave me this Wolverine. I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, we had a blast, man. I'll tell you this, man. I was really skeptic of peptides and creams. I never used that stuff. I just relied on the hard work and ice and sleep, and that was it. But like I told you, I'm getting up in age. I'll be 44 this year, so it's like, man, I got to start really paying attention.
So black don't crack.
Yeah, we
Unless
here.
you smoke it though.
Exactly. So once I started taking it and really putting it in my routine, the cream, the red light, my shoulders feel great, my knees feel great, and I just can't tell you, man, I'm really, really thankful that we found you and you found us. But it's been, listen, everybody knows I keep it a buck. When it comes to my supplementation, I don't lie. I tell you what I do. I do hormone replacement. So I think my audience received it really, really well. And when I tell them, I was like, yo, this stuff really works. Because I don't speak on nothing that I don't believe in.
Same.
So it's real. It's real.
And the funny thing too, guys, is it was the same issue with Enjoli here. She works out like a beast. Like, y'all need to see. Because a lot of y'all want these bodies that y'all don't have the ability or want to work out to do. But if you look at her, if you don't want to do none of that, then go pay for it, okay? Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is what it takes for a lot of you who come to me saying, I want to look like this person, but you don't want to do the workouts that they do, the diet that they do. So you take it for her. She got to a point, she was like, dang, something is off. Yeah. She got to an area, she was like, okay, the weight's not coming off anymore. I'm doing everything right. And to tell them a little bit more about
for me, I was training with him and I was like, babe, I would go work out with him here and there, but I'm like, this is a bodybuilder. Like, he trains crazy. I'm used to a little HIIT class here, hey, I'm gonna do a little Pilates over here, and yoga, free stuff, right?
Right.
Like, okay, things I can do, but I never really took weight training seriously. Then I met, we started really, I guess, dating, getting really serious. And I was like, yeah, I'll go to the gym with you here and there. And then I started powerlifting. He had a friend and he was like, he's like, you want to lift weights? I said, yeah, I want to lift weights. I want to learn. I started powerlifting first. And then I got really strong and I was like, oh, this is a little scary. And then I wasn't getting the body I wanted. I was just really strong. Right. But I didn't look the part. So I was like, I want to look like I lift weights. I don't want to just lift weights. So I was like, babe, can I come train with you? He was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I'm serious. Yeah. I got left home a couple of times because I didn't get up when he got up. So I was like, okay, I see how this is going to work. If I don't get up when I see him moving around, I'm going to get left. Yeah. And I'm not going to get my workout in.
I'm going to get left.
I was like, so yeah, let me do it. But yeah, it took about 2 years of me really being consistent. But then I started noticing that I wasn't dropping any weight. I wasn't gaining a lot of weight, but I wasn't dropping any weight. But when my time of the month came, I would put on the water weight and it wouldn't go away. Yeah. After it left.
She had what we like to call in the industry, you've heard of this, newbie gains. Our first couple of years of me training her, because when I first met my wife, she was already working with a trainer. Yes. But resistance
was the training even good though?
Yeah. So you're going to get me in trouble.
Nope.
She had a trainer when I first met her, but it wasn't very intentional. You know, our training is very intentional on what we're targeting in the goal. Right?
I was just worried about losing weight. I was worried about the scale. And so I was like, he was doing everything to get like the scale, because he was like, okay, you're just worried about the scale. My trainer before, and he was like, okay, well, I know how to just let the scale go down. So I was doing a lot of cardio, a lot of just making myself tired. And I was I was always under my calorie. I was in my calorie deficit all the time. And I was just working out cardio. I wasn't doing a lot of weight training. And if I did, it was just along with cardio. Yeah. So I was dropping weight, but I was soft and fat.
Yeah, she was soft.
I was soft fat. So it was just like, I don't want to lose weight and be squishy. Like, that's not the point of me losing weight. I want
to tell so many of my women. Yeah. What's the point in losing weight if you look better when you were bigger?
Yeah, when you were bigger, because you're tight, you're fluffy, and then when you come down and you don't have that muscle behind it, it sags and it doesn't look very appealing anymore. So it was like, I could fit in these size 8 jeans now, but my butt's sagging. And my leg, I was like, I don't like the way it looks.
So we went very intentional about, I wanted to put more shape to her. Yeah. We wanted to raise up her glutes, meaning a lot more squatting, working on her hamstrings to bring her legs up, and then she was dealing with some cellulite. So the only way to get rid of cellulite for real is putting muscle behind it. And we were really turned up the dial where we were pushing up against the cellulite to smooth out the legs. And we've probably got rid of, I say comfortably about 70% of it. Yeah.
You know, that's so many women's problem. I tell them all the time, work out, gain muscle. I promise you that cellulite will go away. Yeah. So you hear that?
Man.
Yeah. Trainer, healthcare professional, saying the same thing.
Yeah. It was no longer about the scale. It was about we were sculpting her physique.
Correct.
Giving her the glutes, the waistline, the back, the detail that, in order for, and a lot of women are very hesitant in the myth of getting underweight and moving it because they think it's going to make them more masculine. And as you can see, my wife is very, very feminine and soft.
More curvy.
Right, exactly. So I knew the approach that we were going for, but she had to put in the work. It's still a lot of work. So those first couple of years, she transformed and put on we had a DEXA scan, body DEXA scan. No, it was like 70. It was 70 pounds. It was about 70 pounds of new muscle tissue. Now, shortly after that, that's when we started to see the hormone effects, where she wasn't changing anymore. And that's when,
I was in a calorie deficit, and I'm like, because I felt like I was bulky. And I wanted to start shredding. I'm like, I want to get down. I want to see where he was like, well, we can see, baby, this is new muscle. He did let me know this is new muscle. So some of it may leave if you go down too quick. But I wasn't going down at all. And I'm like, I'm in a calorie deficit. I'm doing what he's saying. And I'm still not dropping any weight. And matter of fact, now when my cycle comes, I'm gaining 7 to 11 pounds each cycle. And I'm only losing maybe 4 pounds when it's over. I'm still retaining a lot of the weight and a lot of the water, and it wasn't going anywhere. And then a lot of people are like, oh, but my waist was still small, but I can tell when I'm not, when I'm not at my best. And I'm like, I feel heavy. I was walking up the stairs, I felt it on my joints, my knees. And I'm like, and now with the muscle on top of the weight, I'm like, I feel heavy. I might not look heavy, but I feel heavy. And I'm like, it's not comfortable for me anymore. And I'm like, I need to drop weight. And I couldn't drop weight. And I was like, babe, something's wrong. Something is not working. And then I had came across you on IG, and I was like, oh, I didn't get around to it. I procrastinated, didn't get around to it. And then you know what happened? First time I was like, babe, I want to go to the Arnold. I've never been to the Arnold. He takes me to the Arnold, and the universe was like, see how that come full circle? You were supposed to be calling him.
Right. And then you did her blood work, and what did you find?
We found out that her testosterone was in Africa, with her ancestors.
It was gone. And mind you, I do legs 3 times a week. I squat. I work out with this man. I lift and squat and pick up things and put it down. And so there was no reason why I should have been that low, but I was.
Yeah.
And so from guys, and that's why I tell women all the time, is like, you need testosterone just like men need estrogen.
Yeah.
The quantity is very different for both genders. However, that's how you look good, feel good all the time.
Yeah.
Okay? Because as you get older, especially women, like she said, her joints, women are more prone to that as they get older. Menopause causes that as well. Water retention. Even if you're losing weight, still happens. Stress on the body causes you to retain water. So we had to fix her low testosterone, okay? So that was allowed her to get across that barrier of not losing weight because her testosterone was low as crap.
Yes.
And as soon as we optimized that, her libido was 1,000. Her sleep
Got me
improved.
hiding under the couch, bro.
Yeah, her sleep improved.
Oh,
you know,
yes, my sleep
a
and my
lot.
memory.
Yeah.
No, the fog, the memory fog. I was telling you about that. I was like, I would do something and I forgot what I ate yesterday. And I'm like, what did I eat yesterday? And I'm like, I would get frustrated. I'm like, babe, I can't sleep. I was having insomnia. I'm up. He get up. He's like, you're washing clothes at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm up. I might as well do something proactive because I'm up.
So she was, in a sense, during our training sessions, she just got a lot of grit. She just pushed through and plowed through like a lot of people do. But at a certain point,
because I didn't know any better, though.
You can't go any further.
I was hitting a wall.
To, break down.
Yep.
On you. So
And people don't realize how important sleep is for everything.
No.
yeah, no doubt, bro. She sleeps better now. Her energy is different now when she's in the gym. Obviously, her libido thing is I reap all the benefits from her libido being in charge. But but we
That's another cardio though, so that's good because I'm getting my burning my cardio, burning my
and people
calories.
would be literally surprised that me and her take pretty much the same exact things when it comes to our testosterone. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's out there, you know what I'm saying, especially women and men, I would recommend all couples that are married or in a relationship, they both get their blood work done just to see where they're at.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times, a lot of men inherently walk around with a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things that they have to carry on a daily basis. So a lot of times that stress that they're dealing with is killing their testosterone and killing their libido and every other aspect of their life. They're holding on to a high level of body fat. So I'm always going to promote, men's health, get your blood work done. But in the same time, I will recommend, take your wife along that journey because there's nothing more important than one person is elevating at a high level and then they stuck behind. So we always promote.
You get resentment.
Yeah. No, it's real.
It's
I
real.
can't tell you how many men in my community that struggle with that. It's like, man, I've been getting in shape. I've been looking good. And they come to me and it's like, well, I see you and your wife work out, like anything I can do to her. I was like, yeah, definitely bring her along with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave her behind. And I feel the same way about women too, because some women too, they'll go on that weight loss journey or that fitness journey and they fall in love with it and they completely forget about their significant other where, you know what I'm saying? So it's a journey.
Some too, because they want this new lifestyle for themselves.
Yeah.
They find that their partner isn't about that life.
Yeah.
So now that you want to take care of yourself, well, that ends that relationship. Because I'm not about
tough.
to let all this work go away because you don't want to get better.
Right.
Like I want to live. I want to be able to do what I want to do. If you don't want to do that, then you have a good day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as I'm doing consultations and I see couples, the struggle has been one wants to get better, but the other one isn't. Or you have someone say, I don't care what he's doing. I'm going to do this for me.
Right.
But at some point, there's going to be an issue.
Yes, it's definitely going to be problematic at some
Exactly.
point.
Because if you know you have a trigger for certain foods and they're bringing them in the house, and you're not strong enough to, for you, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
But if they're bringing that in there, then that causes you to mess up your goals.
Right.
Correct. But also too, when it comes to hormones in women, it's been really cool to educate guys on what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because I've had women have like lost friends, family, but nobody understands what menopause, perimenopause looks like.
Yeah.
Movement.
Women don't understand it.
They don't. Because all these OBGYNs expect you to do is just birth a baby. Sir, you got to prepare more than that.
Yeah.
Because then when you get to the perimenopause area, You thinking you're crazy, you're depressed, you're anxious, you mad all the time, you gaining weight.
Yeah.
So you're just always mad.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you that that's what you can expect. But then at the same time, they won't give you testosterone, which is what you need.
Right.
It's basically deal with it. This is part of life. Deal with it.
Correct.
And it's not.
And that's what Enjoli was told before coming to me is
Absolutely.
deal with it.
Oh, this is normal. Your mother went through it. Your grandmother went through it. They were all angry. They all went through the same thing. Oh, no, it stops here.
And this is why people don't like to go to the doctor, because you don't get answers. You think somebody like her who works out all the time, who wants to lose weight and look good, coming to you saying something wrong, you think she want to be here? No, she's coming to you for answers, but you're saying you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, they
That's
said,
not good enough.
Yeah, she was
I
like,
think-
oh, you're at this age. This is normal. You're supposed to go through this. This is, oh, you know, this is part of the whole thing of being a woman. You're getting older. These things are, you know, you're this is part of perimenopause. This is natural.
Yeah.
So the forgetting, you didn't give me anything for that. You didn't give me anything for that. All you did was tell me to kind of just, hey, suck it up. And
Those same struggles are echoed with the men as well, meaning if you're in your 40s, it's told, oh, you're just getting older, don't worry about it. Oh, you're not supposed to wake up with morning wood. Oh, you're not supposed to feel energetic. Nah, that's BS.
Yeah.
Not at all. You still supposed to be youthful. You still supposed to have wood in the morning. You still supposed to be energetic. You don't have to be dealing with depression or a level of, you know, being moody or lack of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you can't avoid things that life stresses is, but it shouldn't be consistent. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
And you see it all the time, and it's just education. Like for me, that's why I like to educate on my platform, because even if you're not my patient, because you listen to what I said, you can advocate for yourself for why this doctor isn't doing what I'm saying.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, do you care or do you not? But what people need to realize is those doctors are designed to make as much money as possible with insurance companies.
Right.
If you pay to see someone, you got all the time in the world to address everything. But if you go to a family practice doctor, you only get one complaint that they're going to treat.
Right.
And if you come with a second question, you be like, hold that
you
thought
got for another visit.
and book that
Yeah, for a
visit.
visit,
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times insurance is just a waste of money. So you might as well just pay for stuff out of pocket.
Yeah.
For instance, if you have health insurance, if you have a high deductible, say your deductible is $2,000.
Okay.
And you do a full panel of labs. Well, the lab company, because they know you have insurance, they're going to charge them $1,800.
Unbelievable.
And you got to pay $1,800. Whereas if you pay cash, you're paying $400 for labs.
400 for labs, right?
Huge difference.
So it's like, oh, people got insurance. I'm like, but then they upset that they get that bill.
Right.
I'm like, you want to use your insurance.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, but it's just one of those things where people just need to dive deep. You only got to get blood work once. Once. But it's in the same breath, you have people, you got every Jordan 1 that come out, but you can't pay $450 for your labs.
Yeah.
Like, make it make
Priorities.
sense.
Yeah, it's priorities.
Yeah.
Especially in our community.
Spending that money on nails, that kind of money is for
You know what? I
nails
saw
now.
that the other day. This girl had her nails done, like it was like this long. And the girl paid $420 for that. And it
For
lasts
what?
like 4
For
weeks.
For nails?
$420.
Nobody's spending no $400.
I'm
on
telling
nails.
you.
I was shook.
Nah.
Who is paying that?
$400? Please comment below. I ain't never heard that before in my life.
I'm
$400
serious.
for nails?
Seriously.
Well, that's
I
crazy.
watched that video like 10 times in disbelief. And then I don't know much about the hair, the extensions and stuff, but that's like $1,200.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking like $1,200 for hair. Then you got nails is $400. And then what else?
Lashes,
Okay, how much is that?
that could be from $200-$300. Yeah.
Okay, we already at $2,000.
Right.
And okay, outfit. Okay.
Yeah. Keep going.
Shoes,
About
purse.
$3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
So that's $5,000.
Right.
But you can't spend $450 to tell you a lot about your health, your life, so that you can live to be great.
Yeah, I think it's the one. Like you'll crash out struggling with that. Like I remember a long time ago when I was doing impersonal training years ago, I almost got to the point where it wasn't what I stopped caring. I stopped putting so much energy into other people. It was like either you want this or you don't, right? And I seen so many people 10 years later still dealing with the same struggles, and then they would come back to me. It's like, okay, I'm serious now because your doctor told you was pre-diabetic. It's like we almost have to go to the extremes
way
in
to the
order
left,
for us
yep.
to make those changes.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because health and working out in our community has never been necessarily a priority. You know what I'm saying? And I think with the health community, when it comes to working out, supplements, and things of that nature, a lot of people kind of view it as, oh, it's going to cost me a lot of money. When you break down what it would cost you to lose a leg or something like that, it's like, well, you know,
in comparison,
there's
no comparison.
Yeah, and it's just, we just got to keep going with the message. But I learned a long time ago, if your want isn't bigger than anything else, then they'll keep doing the same thing.
I tell my patients all the time, I can't care about you more than you care about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're not going to help me help you, then why are you even here?
Yeah.
Because I know I do a lot of weight loss, but if they don't develop a lifestyle, I'm not giving you any more of it.
Yeah.
Because who am I if I failed you, if I continue for you to rely on this medication to lose weight versus, okay, I'm no longer on this medication, my diet and lifestyle is why I'm not gaining any more weight.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just selling it like crazy, making you look dumb. But at the same time, you have patients like, oh my God, this is expensive. But you know what's free? Eating less and going to the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
Save you a lot of
It
money.
is that simple.
I remember when I first met my wife, we were having a discussion. It was like a debate, right? We were talking about black women specifically being represented in the gym. And I told her, I was like, hey, babe, black women, they don't really work out like that, right? And she just went back and forth.
I love my sisters.
So
You ain't about to say
I was like, and it wasn't an insult. I was like, what you're watching a vacuum of social media, because you watch a lot of fitness influencers, because that's who you follow, a lot of black fitness influencers. They're represented online. I was like, well, do this. I want you to go to work. I want you to go to your local LA Fitness and get your workout in. I want you to go to the grocery store, your job. I just want you to look around. Don't say anything. Just look around and tell me what you see. And I remember by the end of the week, she came back to me. She's like, oh my God.
I was so
I went to 2 or 3 different gyms. I was here.
I was advocating for my baby. I was like, no, you see us on IG all the time. We always working out. What you talking about?
That's just that's in a vacuum,
it's
in a
not
bubble.
a real world.
But it's not. But like if you go, so that's why we really, really go so hard, specifically with her, showing that you can still have your curves, you can still be a woman, and you can still have, you do your thing, your fashion or whatever it is, but still take your health serious.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't to prove an aha moment for her. It was more or less so you can see that this is a problem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And how do we fix it? By just maybe showing, the workouts and positivity in that space to hopefully maybe it works.
And even with that, I had a chef the other day who does really, really well.
Yeah.
Shout out to his company. It's called Jerks.
Jerks.
It's that new Caribbean, it's like Chipotle setup.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Where
And they
are
have
they
It's in
the
Brookhaven.
oxtail bowls and all the stuff with the plants.
Off the
yes,
chain.
yes. Enjoli sent it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he has another restaurant, but I was telling him how, like, when you go out to eat, say you get an omelet, right? But then when you get it, it's under a bed of oil. Brother, you like, I was trying to be healthy and you just messed us all up. Like, brother, you never heard of avocado oil spray?
Right.
And we're in 2025. Everybody got a non-stick pan.
True that.
So why is there so much oil for this omelet?
Yeah.
But he was like, people, he tried to do the health thing. He was like, nobody wants that. I was like, why don't you start that new era then?
Yeah.
People are afraid to not make money for a while because everybody wants the greasy stuff.
Right.
Just like when I started this business, I grew this from nothing.
Yeah.
And to be in this 3,500 square foot place,
Yep.
to be able to afford this,
Right.
that's because you gotta do your message later is gonna mean so much later. Don't worry about the now. Worry about later.
You weren't chasing the money. You were
Yes.
chasing a vision,
Correct.
and a dream. And when you chase the vision and the
Yeah.
dream, the money is going to follow.
Exactly. And if you explain your reasoning behind what you're doing,
right,
then everybody's gonna get in with it.
Right.
It's just how you put the message out. Because his other restaurant is like a whole bunch of greasy food, but the jerk place is a lot more healthier options.
Right.
I was like, but you can still. There's so many ways to make food taste the same. That's 1,000 calories less.
Right.
You a chef. You smart as hell. You should know how to do this.
Right, yeah.
I knew how to do this at home. So I told him, I said, maybe you should think about doing it because nobody will
Make it
know.
a little healthier. Yeah.
I've done that with my family so many times. They had no idea until I told them after the fact.
I wouldn't even tell them.
Yeah. But now they prefer
Yeah.
this version of what I make versus what they used to have.
Of course.
So it's just about education and showing people you can have your cake and eat it too in a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the 80-20.
80-20.
You know?
There it is.
So how did you guys meet?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You know I was on. You know I
She
was
slid
on
in my
ass.
DMs, man.
Oh, hold on. You slid or she
She
slid?
slid all up in my DMs. All up in there, boy.
Care to
I had a
elaborate?
private account. This man.
No. Well, okay. You want to go ahead and tell her? Yeah.
I would tell it because he gonna say that, and he can have it. You know what, ladies, go after what you want. That's all I'm saying. But
I mean,
on
that's
that part,
true. A lot of people don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
show initiative. But this what happened. So I had a private account, and someone I guess reposted his workout, his leg workout. I have infatuation. I'm infatuated with thighs. I love thighs. That's just a lot of men don't work out legs. Please
I was
work out
just
legs.
about to say that.
Please do legs
Because if a
women
hurricane
like
comes,
legs.
you might as well just wave a white flag because it's taking
Exactly.
you. That's I'm like, bro, like, can we work on these too? Like, bro.
Right.
Anytime I notice a guy that takes care of his legs or he has nice thighs, thighs in particular, I love thighs. So I seen him and I'm like, yo, whoa. Ooh, I sent the O face emoji to the O.
To him?
Yeah.
I just sent it on the thing and went to his DM.
Yeah.
So then he sends back a kissy face
I was
emoji.
being
And I'm like,
fresh.
he's being fast.
I was being
You know, being
fast, boy.
fast. And we had some small talk. We end up finding out we live only 20 minutes apart. And,
Yep.
and he thought somebody had sent me. Somebody
Yeah,
was like,
I thought I was
getting
getting set up, bro. I was like, man, it was so
You know,
many
he was
layers
on
to
plan,
it.
so he thought one of the ladies trying to set him up.
So I was like, yo, who is this chick? And then she was beautiful, but she was like, you know how some of the chicks, no disrespect, you know, they be taking pictures from the neck up, right?
Catfishing folks.
Yeah, so I'm like, hold on
boy.
now. I was like, yeah, something
had
ain't right.
nobody,
She
no
had
body pictures.
no body pictures, right? So
Just
I'm
this.
searching
That's
too,
all you
Quan.
get.
You gotta pay for this.
I'm searching. I'm like, hold on, man. So then I kind of
He's
was like,
scrolling down.
I was like, all right, I ain't
But
really.
I had funny emojis too.
She had funny memes,
Yeah.
memes. So I was like, okay, she got a funny personality, but I couldn't really see none. I ain't what you working with. You feel me? So I was like, okay, well, I ain't really gonna take it serious. We'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of we kind of had small talk. I had to go out of town.
Quan, he had me in them DMs talking to myself like the guys be doing to these women. I was just like, hi, hello, how you doing?
Nah, it wasn't
And
like
it wasn't
that.
no reply. I said, you know what? I'm about to
Nah.
on this beautiful black
For-
man.
for-
I bet I tried though. I
No.
did try.
Okay, so I
Curved
did.
me.
I didn't curve her intentionally. For some reason, I got locked out of my account at the time, and I wasn't really taking social media serious back then. So then I ended up coming back in town, getting access to my account, and we started going back and forth. I was telling her the situation. So she was really aggressive. She was not playing no games with me, right? So one day I'm at the gym working out, and she was like, "What's up? I'm trying to see you." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "You hungry?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's like she gonna bring me food?" I was like, "Okay,
Oh, my
cool."
grandma taught me well. Baby, feed them.
Everybody knows
yeah.
that. You got to.
Oh, wait
Right.
for his
Hey,
skirt
but
is
girls
wet.
these days don't know how to do that.
Right.
They want you to spend $300 them on the first date.
Yeah.
And that's why they single.
Yeah, but no, that's
Right.
she stood out. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I'm still kind of like, I don't really know what she looked like and what she on.
Be honest, he thought I was
thought
a
she
bad built woman.
Yeah, I thought she was like, you know, no disrespect. I just thought she was like a bigger woman. So I ain't mean to use that many bigs, my bad. But anyway, so
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot, my bad, dog. No disrespect. So what happened was, so we was kicking it. So no, we wasn't kicking it. She pulled up and she was like, yo, I'm here. So I was like, oh, okay. And at the time I was staying in an apartment in Tucker. So I go outside and at this time I'm at home, right? So I was actually working on my brand now that you know, retired me, was King Kong, my male enhancement brand. So I was working on that at home, literally the formula, right? I'm in the house sipping on a little Hennessy, got the music playing, and she said she gonna pull up. And I wasn't taking it serious because I didn't know what to expect. So I'm kicking it. So she tell me she here, I go outside, I'm looking around, I'm like, well, where's she at? So I don't see her. You know, I'm in whole gear. You know, I got on gray
He got on
sweatshorts,
tank top, and some
white beater on, some slides in the slide. I'm just hoeing it out here, right? Just disrespectful. Because I'm chilling in the house. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't taking her serious anyway. So
I was in the car.
She
I
was in the
waited
car.
for him to come out because I wanted to see him. I was like,
Right.
I need to make sure.
she was
I need
just trying to make sure I was on point too,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, I ain't getting catfish. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, because I ain't getting out this car if I got catfish.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, I can't make it. So I said, when he hit the corner, I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
then-
let me call you. I'm on my way.
So then, so I go back. So she said, so she was like, I'm here. So I was like, I go back outside. Now I had a breezeway. So when you hit the breezeway, you hit the corner. So it was it was like in slow motion for me. So I'm coming out, I hit the corner and I'm like, God damn. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, nigga, I'm getting punked. Is it my birthday? I was like, this ain't her. I was like, I said, hey, what's up? You know, I'm trying to play. I'm trying to keep it P. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding. So I was like, I give her a hug, and then I'm kind of sizing her up. I'm kind of looking back like, damn. I was like, it's my birthday up in here, right? So we walked to my apartment at the time. Go in, and bro, we talked for like hours.
You hear that?
It was.
Yeah, y'all was thinking something else.
Yeah, no, it was just straight convo. It was just like. She kept touching my leg though, cause
I'm a touchy person.
Yeah, she touched my
That's why
thigh.
So she had to make sure your quads were for real.
Yeah. She almost got her ass in trouble. Cause I said to myself, I was like, Quan, I was like, she touched my leg one more time. I was like, I'm gonna do something real bad to this young lady. She better stop touching me. She didn't know that was bad. She touching thighs. Like, you know how guys
I talk
are.
like
We looking
this,
for signals.
and that's why, as you see right now, I'm sitting with my hand like this because I've learned from him. Don't touch people when you talk because they might take it as the wrong thing. So when I was talking to him, I'm like, yeah, me too.
And I'm looking, I'm like,
because he's sitting across from me, so I'm like talking to you, and I'm letting you know I'm engaged. So I'm like letting you know, and I'm not realizing this is doing other things for him.
Yeah, because remember I told you I was working on King Kong, my male enhancement.
You had one at night.
I had to test it on myself, bruh. Yeah. So I tested on myself. So I'm pinching the whole tent out here, bruh. And I'm like, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to adjust myself, get myself right. And
he was leaning on the counter like this.
Yeah. I was trying to lean, try not to show it.
On the counter. I'm like, what's wrong with him? Like, he's fine, but he's a little slow. Something ain't. Why he moving like this? Mm-hmm. And then I realized why. I said, oh. Yeah. Okay, dang. Yeah.
But hold on, do you want to like go into? Okay, so let's go into this for real. So
you gonna get we
gonna get y'all the raw, uncut. I ain't gonna hold you. This is it.
This is so embarrassing.
So she was already on a date prior to me because she was single at the time. I was single, but she was playing the field. You know, she was out here being grown and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just being grown as hell out here, going on coffee dates, breakfast dates. She was like, you know, she just should. Yeah, you know.
I had them lined up.
She had them lined up. You know, I was in the group chat. I was just the nice guy with the nice smile.
I had a free date. Without the kids, so I had to line my dates up in that order. Like I didn't have the kids. So yeah.
So she ended up, no cap, she ended up getting the dude she was prior to seeing me, he ended up slipping her a roofie. So she was like, yeah, go ahead, tell him how you feel.
He's in jail for somebody else. Now I can't go into details about that, but yes, he ended up, we actually met at a coffee place because I didn't want to meet at a house or anything like that. I was being, protective like him, and I drank water. But she came to my house though. I can't stand him, but anyway. So yeah, I found out later on that's what happened. But I didn't know at the time. So I'm just like, I remember I was telling him, I was like, I'm hot.
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't feeling
I'm
right.
hot. I felt like real like clammy and stuff. And I'm like, I feel like.
But it made her feel very
frisky.
Yeah. So, I told you I'm pinching the whole tent out here, dog. So I'm just kicking and chilling.
About to say this.
So we sit here, I'm sitting on the couch and we just talking in convo and I'm trying to hide my stuff. And then I saw she's like looking at me. She's like looking at it like, yo, what is going on? She's looking at me as I pinch this tent and she's like,
because he got up and walked around. That's when I noticed that he had an erection. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she feeling kind of frisky. And then it didn't go there, but then at the end of it, we was like, okay, this is moving a little too fast, right? So she ended up leaving because she had a prior arrangement. She had to go cook some food with her friends, right? So Quan, I ain't never done this before, bro. When she had left, I'm sitting here typing out paragraphs. Man, you don't gotta leave. You can come back. I'm out here begging. Like I'm such a G. I'm a player, bro. Like I don't do, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, because I'm like gone. She got me gone. And then she pulled out. She had pretty feet because when we was talking, she had her feet out. And I was like, yo, you got pretty feet. And this is how frisky she was. Like that Ruthie had got to her. She pulled her shoe out and put her feet up on the table. And I'm looking at it like, and I had like a foot fetish back in the day, so I was all
back in the day, right?
So then she ended up leaving.
No. I'm gonna tell the whole truth.
Go ahead.
Right? So he was pitching the tent, and I was like, "Is that him or he like just?" I'm like, I want to see it. So I literally just took this man's hands down and had it in my hand. And I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, this is pretty. And he looks at me. I was like, this is pretty. And he was like, what's she about to do with it?
I was looking in my mind. I was like, is she about to put this in her mouth? What is happening right now? I was like, she looked like she was salivating. I was like, oh, this is my birthday. I did not expect. I thought this was gonna be some crazy BS. I mean, she pulled it out, and and I was just like, and I'm looking at her. I was like, well, what we gonna do? And then she put it right back in there, and then like it was nothing. I was like, oh, yeah.
I didn't realize. I was just like, I don't even know why. And I kept telling him, I was like, dang. I was like, I gotta leave. I was like, cause I'm supposed to be doing something else. I was like, you got me over here too late. I was only supposed to stop by. I had my dates lined up, and I had my friend. I had the 2 dates, and I was supposed to go and meet my friends and cook with them. And I was like, I'm already late. I'm supposed to be chopping vegetables right there. I'm like, I'm gone. I was like, but now I know I definitely got to circle back. So then I'm like over there, and I'm like sweating. I'm doing all this stuff, and my friends are like, what is going on? Like, I'm trying to explain to how great this meeting was with him. And they're like, girl, something wrong with you. And I'm like, what? Nothing. I still didn't put it together. Later on, I found out that he was drugging people, and
that's why
that's why I felt that way.
Yeah.
She came back though.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah, she came.
I'm glad you got out of that. That's
crazy.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh. Like, you have to be careful. Like, I was in literally a coffee place, and I ordered a water you would think would clear.
You went to the bathroom, right?
I went to the bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom and left my cup in a place where other people were sitting, and that happened.
Yeah, that's one thing my mom did tell me growing up. If you ever go to a bar and you have to leave your drink, never go back to it.
No.
And I had the lid on and everything. Nothing looked like it was messed with or anything. So yeah, but that's what happened. But hey, at the end of the day, it got this person.
And from that day, it's crazy. We've been inseparable. Every day we've been together since that day.
How long you guys been together?
It's been what? 6 years now? 5 or 6 years? Yeah. It's been like that.
And so what was like your relationships before that? Did you both deal with crazies? Because I always tell people, like, when it comes to your relationships, each relationship or encounter is an ability for you to learn, right? And then a lot of times people aren't able to process something that's meant for them because they've always been used to toxicity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I always say what's for you is for you. It may not be there when you want it, but in due time it will be.
Right. I would say there was some dysfunction in my previous relationships because prior to meeting my wife, I was getting out of a long-term relationship because I realized that I am a relationship guy and prior to that relationship, I was married. So there wasn't a lot of dysfunction. It just, I kind of chalk it up to those relationships they went on too long. You know how they say, sometimes some individuals are here for you reasons, seasons, and then forever. But I went way past the expiration date to those relationships. And then when I did go past those relationships, I felt like it did start to get a little toxic and weird. And, I was young. I always had, when I was dating, obviously I'm 44 now, but I was always attracted to older women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of older women gave me a lot of game, you know what I'm saying? And that's
but you've always had an old soul too.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, I didn't have a whole lot of dysfunction. Now I will tell you this, when I got out of my previous relationship before my wife, I went through a whole phase, like my whole phase where, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't toxic. I come to realize that I was very much so a narcissist and I really hurt a lot of women and I took advantage of them because I understood game and I understood I use what I look like to get what I want. Even though I was very upfront and honest, I would tell you one thing, but I would move a completely different way. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a narcissist. I had a problem. Like I'm literally trying to mark my territory. I wanted to have 10 women all in love with me all at the same time. I was a sick individual. And that's just my truth. And if it wasn't for my wife and my family now, that had led me back to my faith, obviously being a Muslim and being back on my deen, I feel like my wife was put into my life to get me back to where I needed to be when it came to my spirituality. You know what I'm saying? But also understanding my faults and the things that I did, it wasn't necessarily, like I said, I take full responsibility for that, but I could have done things a lot better. What's that saying? It's not said by Spider-Man or anything like that, but with great power comes great responsibility.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really, take my responsibility serious. Even though I was dealing with grown women that made grown decisions if you wanted to be with me. Because my thing was always, look, I'm building my brand, I'm working on myself, but if you want to kick it, cool. And that's how I would leave it. But, I'm sitting here, Donkey Konging you all over the freaking house and then texting you how you doing, and you know what I'm saying, I really wasn't consistent in how I laid that foundation and how I was gonna move. So I feel like it really did hurt and harm a lot of women. I'm very, very apologetic. I imagine they hate me now at this point, but I'm really, really sorry for that. So that was on me. I take that L fully.
Yeah, I mean, everybody goes through their phases, and then when you meet somebody who's, like they say, generational, then it makes you move different.
Right.
So some of them might have been, what you would have desired, but this one was different. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that was God.
Yeah.
That was God. She when she met me, to keep it all the way P, she knew what time it was.
Absolutely.
Only reason I was dating women at the same time I was dating her, it was like, man, I'll tell anybody this. Like, I'll tell my brothers and my boys, we talk about this often. I was like, they'll ask me, you remember my sister, she's like, yo, what was it about her? I was like, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, she just was just better than everybody. Like, and she just was around. She didn't bother me. She just kind of let me do me and let me kind of come to my own. She didn't press me about no relationship. I'm the one, she slid in my DMs, but I'm the one that say, oh no, we go together.
Yeah.
Nah, we go together. You know
I
what
was
I'm
like, oh, we dating people. We see, I like that. That's him. I really like him. I wouldn't even open up to him because he told me from the day one, hey, I'm building my brand. I don't have time for a relationship. And I was on that because I'm like, hey, I had been married prior to that. I had lost my husband, and then I had gotten in a relationship after that. So I was just in a thing where I've always been in a relationship. I wanted just to be out of a relationship. I wanted to see how it was. I was married for years, like majority of my life. I was with the same person forever, so I didn't have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Then after that, after he passed away, I was single for a long time because it was like, that was my person. I thought I was gonna, have him till I die. Like, that's really how I thought. And for him to be gone, at such a young age, it was just kind of tragic for me, and I have kids with him. Yeah. And so I have these kids that look just like him. They walk just like him. And it's a constant reminder. I wanted to be just single and just take it. And
then you remember what you always say, you wanted to pick the person you wanted.
I wanted to pick. I always let people, like, even dating, I dated guys because they chose me, because they liked me so much. Not that I liked them, but I liked the fact that they really were into me. And this time I was very intentional. I was like, no, I want something I want. Like, I don't want another, I'm with you because you dote on me so much, you love me so much, you like me so much, because the feeling's not mutual. I'll be hoping I'm going to get there, because I was listening to my grandma. Always be with somebody that loves you more than a man. Always be with a man that loves you more than you love him. So I was living by that, and I wasn't being complete. And I was just always it was easy for me to leave them, because I'm like, I ain't really into this. You into this more than I am. I can shake. This ain't working. I see a red flag, baby. And I was very intentional. So even when I flirted in the beginning, that was totally outside of what I would do. Like, I'm not in nobody DM.
I have that.
But it worked. So I ain't going, it's my first time and I got in there. I'm like, it worked for me. So yeah. But I was very intentional. I was like, if I'm going to deal with anything, it has to be something I really want. I was just on some physical stuff. I was like, I just want somebody to knock the Sonic coins out of me here and there.
She said Sonic coins.
I'm good. Like, hey, we ain't got to go on no date. I got my friends over here. We go and we have great dinners together and great brunches. So I still get to go out and eat, and I'm good. And so he told me what it was, and that's how I left it. I was like, all right, boom.
We both was on the same agenda, but it didn't work out that way for us. We was just, I never met somebody that, no disrespect to anyone else that I've ever dated, but it's like, she really my dog. Like, that's my friend, that's my homie. We can talk about everything. And it's so crazy that we were both in our 40s. We've done so many firsts together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that first time we started smoking weed together when we was in Jamaica, when we went to 40th for my birthday.
I'm from LA, so people were like, that's our first time smoking?
Yeah. Like, so we traveled together a lot of places I had never been and she had never been. And it was just kind of like a vibe. And I always thought it was curious when I heard people say, oh yeah, my wife or my husband is my best friend. I was like, man, that ain't no real thing, bro. That's just lip service. Ain't nobody believe that, but it really is. Yeah. Like, I really preferred to kick it with her more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And everything isn't perfect. I'll tell you, probably the most important conversation me and her had ever had was probably a week ago when this is, to be transparent again, like, listen, we keep it a buck. We keep it a buck. We don't lie. We just keep it a buck. So we tried some shrooms for the first time, like a week ago, last Sunday. It was a week ago, last Sunday. Man, we talked for 7 hours straight in the bed. 7 hours straight. It was the most honest, open conversation we have ever had. And when I say it brought us even closer, I didn't think it was possible for us to get closer. We are literally, when they say a fucking unit, this is a unit. Because I was able to be, and she was too, we were able to be very vulnerable. I didn't know what, first of all, that high is different. Like, it's not like what you think. It was like, I didn't feel like we were all over the place. We were crazy. We were just so in tune, tapped in, and we just let the veil down. And it was like, look, this is how I feel. This is how I feel about certain situations. And she had no idea. Yeah. And she was like, what? All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? It was an exchange of dialogue where we were really being open and vulnerable with each other. And
it was areas where he felt like I was falling short because he expected me to read his mind.
Right.
And I'm being very honest, ladies. I was trapped in that. I'm from my last husband passing away, I was single woman, single mother. I gotta do stuff for me. When I met him, he was already starting his business. So that's your business. Even though we're married, I wasn't putting those two together. Like, that's our business. That's his business. Let him have that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no, I'm a project manager. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to bring my own money in. That's his money. That's my money. You get me? And then I'm stressing out at work. He see me. I'm going through all these changes with the jobs. It's, I'm a woman. I'm in the tech field. Then I'm also a project manager. I'm doing contracts here and there, and it's very overwhelming, and it's a lot on me. I'm stressed out all the time, but I like that money. So I'm like, I got to make my money. And this is what I'm constantly doing. And he's watching, and then he needs help, but he doesn't say anything. But then he'll mention something here and there, and he's expecting me to just take on that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, he got that. This is his businesses, and I have this part. Mm-hmm. I take care of this. Mm-hmm. I'm still operating as a single woman, and I'm married.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to let that down. Because I'm used to taking care of my kids and myself by myself. I'm thinking I'm adding to it, and we're gonna both get to this one area. We're gonna both reach this goal together, mm-hmm. but we're on two different paths. There's no way we can get it together if we're not a unit.
Yeah.
So once he told me that, I'm like, oh, I won't take no more contracts. I'm about to project manage you. This is it. Mm-hmm. And now that we've been on that, it's already the ball's rolling so fast. And I'm like, this is what he needed.
That was God. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
That was a lot. Just was like, I see the vision for you. I know the vision and the direction we're going into. And for me, I was like, I just need some help to get there. I'm managing so many different tasks, mm-hmm. and I just needed my partner just to push me, to help me get there, because we can get to the bag quicker together than you doing it over there working for somebody else. If we just, it was to the point where, I remember I told you this. I was like, babe, you made $17,000 last month from King Kong. You made that. And she didn't really understand. She's like, no, you made that. I was like, no, I did not make that. Mm-hmm. We made that.
That sounds like her.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I love that, and I appreciate that about her. That's what makes me love her even more. But I'm all in. We won. What's mine is yours, and I meant that from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? So the business is making money. He's like, you worried about this over here, man? Forget that. We making more money over here doing this, and if you come in and add to it and put a battery to it. Check out small things that may be missing and that need to be cleaned up. It can thrive and make even more money. Mm-hmm. Then that gives me the ability to work on other things. Let me start with the clothing line. Let me start with my coaching community. Let me start with my workout app, and then so on and so forth. Let's learn this trading thing, because we just started day trading. Let's learn this so we can add this other stream. So it's like, ain't no more you doing that over here, I'm doing this over here. Nah. Freak that. We doing this is what we doing.
And you see that quite often in relationships where people forget team, the word team. Together, everyone achieves more.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so when you're in that together, that means the commitment is for everybody.
Right.
So when you combine things together, that's where you actually see yourself prosper even more.
Yeah.
And that's why I always say people don't need to wait till things get bad to do therapy. Therapy will help you in the beginning stages, because that allows you to have conversations that you might have not thought to ask questions about, but it gives you an opportunity to get to know them in a deeper way that you would have never thought to ask that question, even though it's been lingering.
Yes.
So when you have that third party person in between you, you're not in a bad state.
Yeah.
It's just another way to get to know them in a much deeper level.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's a major issue with therapy. People only attribute therapy when things are bad.
Bad. No, you go.
You go. That was like our first therapy session.
Yeah.
And we really want to continue that because it's made me a better leader. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a leader of men, like one of the biggest things for me is everybody want me to talk, everybody want me to lead, everybody want, like my family is like, yo, you got all these men, they following you, they like, you got, and I'm like, bro, I was like, how am I going to lead? I got to make sure my house is right.
Correct.
That's just the way I am. And I'm not even talking directly with her. I'm talking about with we got grandkids. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure they good and they taken care of. So for me, as a man to lead, I have to make sure these things are in order. But she said something pretty profound. She was like, watch what Allah do for you. He's like, we're going to make sure these things are taken care of quickly because you're needed and you're necessary. And it's all coming together the way it's coming together. So if it wasn't for her and God leading me, it's made me a better leader when it comes to communication. Because I always led by example. Watch me. If you see me getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, in my crazy mind, it's like, man, you need to get your ass up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I need you doing this. That's just the way I've led in the past without saying it. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't understand that, no, I need to be, everybody's different. I need to be more direct. Some individuals might need to be micromanaged. Some individuals I can tell you and you go. Some individuals I can, like with her, she's big with seeing it. So I put her schedule for her. I was like, I need this. But it's made me a better leader for us and our family because I can communicate. Right. I didn't know how, like, it was so crazy, Quan. I ain't gonna hold you because it's like, it could have went a different direction because every other aspect of our life has been great. The way we communicate, love on each other, our sex life, our family, everything other is good. But it was this one thing that was missing. It was this one piece.
And the mushrooms brought it out.
Yeah, and it brought it out. And I'm not ashamed to say it, bro. You know, I keep it all the way a buck. It wasn't, I ain't trying to act like, you know, I think one of the things about me and her, why maybe we're received really well, is because we just regular people. We don't try to act like we, bro. I ain't better than no other man. You ain't. Nah, we just be kicking it.
Fashion over jumpsuit, baby.
Yeah. When even it comes to the fashion, because you know she does a lot of her fashion stuff. The goal is always not necessarily the fashion. Is sis, if you really work on your body, you can go get a whole outfit from freaking Walmart and freak that shit and make it look like it's a $10,000 outfit.
Exactly.
And for men as well. That's the same concept as well. You don't need to go and buy no Gucci, no Louis. You don't need to buy all that shit. Your body will make it look. You can go buy a $5 t-shirt from Walmart and rock that joint and you have all the ladies on.
With the muscles, baby. They ain't gonna care about that.
That's a real thing.
Exactly.
That's a real thing.
For real.
And you save a lot more money. So that way you can spend the money on a $400 blood work because you didn't save so much money. Only thing don't skip on is the shoes. Don't do that.
Shoes and watch.
Shoes and watch. My OGs always taught me those things. But everything else.
Shoes and purse.
Everything else, bro, you have to get it in line.
Nice little cheap outfit.
Yeah. And that ain't even a lot.
The shoes do make an outfit look way.
It's the same thing. I think for guys, it's what's on your wrist.
What's on your hand? What you wear on your watch and then your shoes, and that's it. Yeah, you keep those, and then it ain't even got to cost a lot of money.
No,
just make sure they clean, huh? Teeth, yes. You know what's crazy? Yeah, teeth. I ain't gonna hold you. Now that's a preference because. Quan, I remember when I after my previous relationship, I started dating, bro. And I was like, bro, like I was very big on teeth. Like teeth was like, because you know that's the first thing that you're presented with, right?
Absolutely.
And so teeth was a big thing. I ain't gonna hold you. That is something that's like, yeah, bro, you gonna have to get your teeth.
I mean, because at the end of the day, if your grill is messed up, imagine how it smells.
Oh man.
Nah, I ain't going near that.
Oh man.
Bro, I've legit had patients before. And you see their grill, and you're like, and you know with what I do, like you got to be up close and personal so you can like see their face and examine them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I've legit had to give people gum.
Yeah.
Like, cause when I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna get this person gum, and you just gotta do it in a way that it'll really.
Yeah. I got you.
But man, teeth is everything.
Teeth is a part of hygiene, and it's so crazy, bro. That a lot of things since I've been online, common sense things that I never thought were topic of discussion. about hygiene. You know what I'm saying? About washing your teeth, brushing your face, the oils and stuff that you use. These things just come second nature to me because I'm an adult. But I didn't really realize how many men were maybe absent. And like the sneaker thing, right? The young man in my community, I was like, bro, I'm not telling you got to go get no damn Jordans. Just make sure your shoes is clean. Make sure your clothes is neat. Make sure you iron them. Make sure they solid. Nobody's saying you got to be all the way up here and you got to have the nicest. Just make sure you're clean and you're neat and you look presentable.
Correct.
Because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your community.
Every
And
time
that
you walk
was
out of
really,
that
really
house.
big for me. Yeah, because my mama didn't play that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We black and ashy, walking out the house ashy. Oh, boy, you got
on.
That's a Vaseline all over your face.
put that Vaseline all over your face.
I mean, and one thing about my mom is I didn't really like it then, but it makes so much sense now.
Yeah, of course.
When I was in school, every Sunday we had to iron all our clothes for the entire week. And we're like, Mom, like, we don't know if something happened, something changed. She didn't care. We iron all our clothes for the
Structure and
entire week.
discipline.
They hang up on a hanger real nice, everything.
Pull and go.
Structure and
Oh
discipline.
yeah. I tell my mom she was Hitler.
Yeah.
Cause like, man, like you had to have your bed made before you left, like everything. And back then we didn't like it, but it makes so much sense now with as busy as I am now. All of that transpires to today.
You didn't know what you were learning. One of the greatest books I ever read was Jordan Peterson's Make Your Bed. Something so simplistic about making your bed, having a clean lifestyle, clean house, and how it transforms you into other aspects.
It feels
of your
good
life.
to come
You know what
home.
I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it starts
You
with the
want
house.
something clean?
Though. Yeah, without a doubt.
Lovely.
Without a doubt.
So with you guys, so before you met him, were you like into fitness or it was after?
I was starting to get into fitness. After my fourth child, I had got up to like 250 pounds. And I'm tall, so I'm 5'9". A lot of people they didn't see it, but I was like, oh, I got to get this weight off. Because it was, again, I felt heavy, but I was soft and heavy then. That's a different type of heavy. And I was just like, yeah, I got to get down. So I started working out, started really taking care of myself. And also because I did lose my husband to a heart attack, I was very conscious of, hey, I need to really take care. It's just me. My kids have me now. So I was really health conscious at that point. I'm like, I need to really, get the scale down. I need to make sure I'm eating right because now they have me alone to depend on.
And it's fun you say that because that's what I say to a lot of these people that I do weight loss consultations for. I was like, well, you're a single mom. Who's going to take care of them if you don't get healthier? You're a single dad. Who's going to take care of them? Okay, your family cares about you. You're killing yourself. To you, you don't see it as selfish, but it is because if you're not around, that's selfish and not everyone's, you're not here anymore, right? Yeah. So it's crazy, but you got to have these like guilt type of conversations for them to get it. Like I had a patient recently, kept counseling, and he just had a heart attack. And now he's serious about coming in. Why wait till something life-threatening happens to get yourself together?
Yeah.
Because you might not would have survived that.
Yeah. And then, I was living here and they were like, oh, well, you just thick. You real
what they
thick,
say
you
in our
curvy and
community.
thick.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the girl don't lose no weight. So being in that, and then, like if I was in LA, I'm pretty sure they'd have had me on the treadmill.
Oh, yeah.
They'd have me. My family thought I was obese. So coming here and then living here in that time, they're like, oh no, this looks good. You girl, that's that hot. Don't worry about that. That ain't us. That's their scale. That ain't our scale. You look good. You supposed to be curvy and have all this butt and these hips and stuff like that. Like this looks great. So the guys are just going crazy about it. The women are like, I want to look like you. So when you're in that 200, you're like, well, dang, I don't feel right. But everybody's like, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is it. This is the look. So it's like, if it wasn't for me and just, I knew better. I'm like, I can come down. Like, I shouldn't be in the 200s. I'm 5'9", but I should not be in these 200s.
Yeah.
And I'm not comfortable. Even though I'm getting compliments and all this attention, I wasn't comfortable in my skin. And that's a big thing for me. And if I'm not comfortable, if I'm getting winded from chasing my son around, my ass need to lose some weight. Mm-hmm. And that's the trigger. And that's how it started. And I had already lost most of the weight before I met him. And he just kind of helped get the soft fat girl. and my thing with him, I was like, I've lost so much weight because I still, again, I was worried about that scale. So I got down to like 150 pounds. I lost over 100 pounds, like really from the time my last child to this. So, but I'm squishy. and there's no definition. There's nothing. I'm just there. And there's shape to it, but it's not enough. It's not the shape I would like. If I take off everything, I'm just soft. I told him, I was like, babe, I want you to build these legs back. I want a muscles though. And I was like, give my butt back. Like, I don't lost my butt. I don't lost everything gone. I was like, I want big quads, big this, big that. I was like, because I'm quad dominant already. I was like, I want big quads. I didn't have any hamstrings. They were flaky. And what you saying about my big ass knees?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, them big thick knees? Yeah.
Some big ass knees.
Yeah,
Like,
she did the work. She was
I did the
able to
work.
identify what her problems areas or areas that she wanted to change, and we just kind of attacked it that way. But we were very intentional about it.
And that's what anything you do, whether it's fitness, your career, whatever you're trying to do, you got to be intentional.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have a plan.
Yeah.
A lot of people just, I want to do this, but you don't have a plan.
Yeah, you got to have a plan.
You don't have a plan, then you're just like anybody else who's just talking.
Right.
You know, speaking of plan, like your business, what's it called? King
Kong Unleashed.
And what is that exactly?
It's a all natural male enhancement brand that I created several years ago. I was just kind of playing around with some stuff, and actually, like I told you, I had the brand for a while, and I wasn't really on social media. I was just kind of giving it to the homies and my friends at the gym. And one of my partners, he came to me. He was like, "Yo." He's like, man, you need to sell this. Like, this is like good, bro. It's like I was like, I done tried the gas station, Viagra, Cialis. He's like, but your product really works. I was like, cool, but I didn't have nowhere to sell it because I really wasn't on social media like that. So when things kind of blew up on social media, we saw the opportunity to go ahead and, package it up and sell it. Mm-hmm. So, it's been pretty good. We just surpassed over 3,000 return customers. And it retired me from my trucking business. I drove trucks for 20 plus years. So it's given us a lot of opportunities and created, some level of freedom for us. But
and what made you go into this type of field?
It was just there, and I was looking for something that was natural, that a lot of guys was like, they was tired of dealing with the side effects, the headaches, especially if you have any kind of heart conditions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It just was an alternative, but something that actually worked. Mm-hmm. So I didn't actually plan. There was no plan because I had no idea that things were going to take off on social media for me. I wasn't intentional about me posting. It just kind of just went, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized, dang, I got this product I've been sitting on for several years that I was just going to peddle around to the homies. I wasn't going to put it in no stores. And it was just kind of the way it just happened. You know what I'm saying? And now we're here.
Because so many people, guys battle some type of erectile dysfunction where it's not working anymore. And, there's a lot of reasons to it. People don't realize, but your diet is a lot of the reason.
Yeah.
Having low testosterone is part of the reason.
Yep.
But that's why I always explain, get blood work, because taking that medication is great, but you don't want that to be the only reason you get up.
No,
if your hormones aren't optimal, then you're just going to be relying on this the whole time.
Yeah, I had a guy come into the DMs and he said something just like that. And I actually told him, I was like, no, King Kong would not be an answer for you. I was like, what would be an answer for you? I actually sent him the link. Is getting your blood work done, because he said to me, he has a lot of muscle. He sent me some pictures. He got a lot of lean muscle. He feels great. He's like his penis just don't work. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, your estrogen may be off. Just because you got a lot of muscle, you think your testosterone is on point, but you may be consuming or may have high levels of estrogen, which is thrown off your balance. You know what I'm saying? I could throw King Kong in there, but that would only be a quick fix. Yeah,
it's a Band-Aid.
And I was like, most of my customers, my return customers, they actually work out. So they're already in some type of shape. That just makes King Kong hit even harder.
Correct.
It's supposed to be a supplement to supplement what you already have. It's not supposed to be an answer. So I always big on guys getting their blood work done, especially if you're dealing with any ED issues. And sometimes a lot of it, through my research on ED, a lot of it stems from mental.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them they dealt with something traumatic maybe in their youth, or something happened. Maybe it was their first experience was a bad experience. Maybe a girl told them something crazy, or they didn't perform well. So now mentally they are screwed. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to go to therapy for that. You know what I mean? But a lot of it comes from mental health issues or dealing with some type of trauma, or like you said,
diet.
being the diet, obese, you know what I mean, lack of sleep, alcohol, an enormous amount of soy, just like you said, it's so many different things.
Yeah,
So,
and what people don't realize is like those guys who look great on the outside, but you technically catfishing folks.
yeah,
Because you look great, but when it come down to it, you get in the bed sheets and it ain't working.
it ain't working.
That means you taking too much stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
And
get your
porn
blood
can be
work,
an
guys.
addiction. Yeah, porn, it can kill your libido. And that's been a real problem that I've been really, I don't think I gave it enough.
People don't realize that.
Yeah, I didn't give it enough credit or give it enough attention than I thought I did when it comes to porn. I was like, oh, it's just porn. You know, I used to watch a lot of porn. I think I might have had an addiction, but I just stopped. But realizing that men, it's hard for them to stop, especially young men. When we were coming up, we didn't have access to it. They got access to it on their phone.
Yeah.
So they're consuming it.
And see it now, so.
Yeah, but
I don't know how,
really the
I don't know
websites
how,
are
but
free.
they can.
Yeah, so it's like they're consuming it in such an abundance. When it comes to real intimacy and real relationships, they can't perform because they looking at what they see on porn sites as real sex. That's not real sex, man. That's not real intimacy. It don't work that way. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that also plays into the reason why so many people don't know how to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because you rely on your phone for everything.
Right.
Put your phone down and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Like I legit, you saw the other day I had to make a post. Because like people will legit hit me up on Instagram asking 5 questions, 10 questions without even saying hello.
Right.
Or you will have people text me and just ask their question and they'll say hello. I'm like, do I look like ChatGPT to you? And this is not about to be free. If you come with some Benjamins and we can talk.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you greet someone by saying hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what's wrong with the world. People don't know how to have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But social media has killed that, and that's why everyone wants to be what they're not or what they don't or what they're not capable of being.
Right.
Or they don't know what it looks like. They only see, that's why when you get accused for all this stuff, they don't see the cardio, your diet, everything you're doing. They only see the byproduct.
Right.
But people over here Instagram tapping, you could take that energy and go to the gym and do what I'm doing and become me instead of talking shit.
Yeah, they triggered. That's why I'm so big on the hormones, is because I feel like so many guys seem to be so sensitive and so triggered. You so triggered by you see a workout video of me, like you wanna fight me, you wanna call me out my name, you wanna talk about me dirty, and I'm just like, it's just a workout video. What did that trigger in your life to make you come out here and talk? But I don't give it
That's
no
that high
mind.
estrogen.
Yeah,
That's high estrogen behavior.
We don't get it.
I can't
She
get it.
she probably gets it. She's really, because now when you see we're collaborating post, right? I'll tell you this, man. The most disappointing thing, the hate that we get, it seems to come from like black women. I get most of my hate are usually from white guys and black women. And I have no idea why, especially the black women thing, because I don't know what I have done, but they like every post is like the most recent one that we had went viral. You got women talking about, they think he's short in bed, or they say, he with a light skinned girl, and I'm like, what is going? And it's always our community, and it's so frustrating because I'm like, what are we doing? Like when we show you black love. Y'all say y'all want black love. Y'all say y'all want a black man with a black woman. Well, here it is. But when I show it to you, it's a problem, and you feel some type of way, and you try to figure out how to knock us down, or
She's not dark enough.
yeah, it's never enough for people.
At the end of the day, my birth certificate say black just like yours. I didn't stand in a certain line and choose my complexion. I didn't say, let me stand in the light skin line, or let me stand over here. No, this my parents. I can't help that. Just like you have a preference, the most women have a preference. I want a guy over 6 feet. I'm not gonna ever knock what another person want. If that's your preference, that's your preference. I'm not gonna judge you on that. That's you.
Yeah.
And it's just so disheartening to see it and I've done nothing but just I'm loving on my husband and he's loving on me. And that's it. We're not telling you how to live your life. We're not telling you to follow us. We're not telling you we should be your goal, because we're not. We ain't trying to be nobody's goal. We just living our life and enjoying ourselves, and we're putting it somewhere where you can see
Some
it,
content,
you know?
yeah.
And that's the thing I would never understand is black people are so quick to say racism, but you're also racist against your own kind.
Oh yeah, bro.
Why can't we celebrate each other? Like, for instance, the Jewish, they are some of the richest people. You know why? Because they always help each other out to become better.
Yeah, of course.
Black folks is always talking shit. I would never understand that. Like, dude, like, why can't we already face enough as it is, especially black men.
Yeah.
We already got enough to deal with. Try being gay. It's worse than that.
Right,
So at the end of the day, like, even dudes that talk smack about, yes, I'm openly gay, but half of y'all can't shoot better than me, can't play sports better than me, and damn sure not stronger than me,
right,
and can't pay none of my bills, and you ain't got a pot to piss in, but you talking shit. I would never understand that.
Yeah.
If we could do better about celebrating each other, that would kill so much of this racism that's going on. We need to be better about cheering each other on.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all get that. Please get that.
Yeah.
Cheer each other on. Ask, how can I be like you?
Right.
And we'll tell you. That's it. But hating on people for no reason, I would never get it.
Nah.
Never get it.
Yeah. It's something that I tried. I think for me, it was really, really alarming when I first got on social media. And I ain't never had nobody talk crazy to me before.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what? I was like, who you talking to? Like, and I had to realize, oh, okay, this is what they talk about. This is a different word.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I've looked like this for over 25 plus years. I go outside, I'm in the grocery store, movies, we hanging out, and I have never had nobody come up to me and just start talking trash.
Exactly.
So that's when I realized, okay, this is a internet thing. This isn't real.
Yeah.
This is just somebody behind the keyboard that's mad, and they have an opportunity to express themselves. Go for it, you know what I'm saying? But it took me a while to understand like that people are really kind of triggered by certain things. And like I said, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me when it comes from my own people. With black men, I have such love and respect. And for black men, I remember once I was with my daughter. She's like, "Why every time you see a black guy, he's like, what's up, black man?" It's a term of endearment instead of saying, "What's up, my nigga?" It's like, "What's up, black man? I see you. I understand you because we are the same. I understand the struggles and all the things that you go through." You know what I'm saying? Because they're similar to the things that I go through and experience. So that's why I really like, through my content, through my music, I think it's received well, because it's like, I know him.
Exactly.
I know who he is. I know what he look like. I know who he hang around. He's very relatable. You know what I'm saying? So that aspect and part of me is always going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I really have love for my brothers, because I know the struggles that we go through. I know the negative narrative that they try to paint us in. You know what I'm saying? That's why when we shoot our content, whether it's like it look like little commercials or whatever, it's to show we really try our best to represent our community in the brightest light possible.
Correct.
We're not putting out no negativity. We're not putting out no weird stuff. It's just love and experience, and you get to see it at a high level, and that's it.
It's really cool that you guys intertwine both.
Yeah.
The entrepreneur route, the marriage route, the communication route, the family route, because it's encompasses so much of what a lot of us need to learn.
Yeah.
And that's why I like following you guys from when you're talking about your relationship and just being open about it, because somebody might be dealing with something and they look to y'all for a way to, oh, this is how maybe I can communicate this to my partner. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always an opportunity to learn in a lot of different things that you guys do. Even have learned that as well. So that's one thing I like to surround myself with, people who I want to be like. I'm not saying like, I want to be just like them, but they who are aspired to be. Yeah. And if you are trying to be wise, you're trying to be resourceful, be rich, both mentally and financially, you need to hang around what you want to be around or what you want to be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your age is. I've always been wise, because I always know I've always had to live a different life than most people. Yeah. When I was in college, I didn't party. I played college football. I was a team captain. So I had that responsibility. I was in nursing school and getting a biology degree, and I worked on my only day off, right? So if I wanted to be who I am today, it started then.
Yes.
And what people don't realize is this does not happen overnight. This started when I was 18.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is where I'm at now, 34.
Yeah.
Same thing with them.
Yeah.
Different relationships brought them to where they are today.
Yeah.
His business, it was slow at the moment, but you see him now, 3,000 returning clients.
Yeah.
What people got to understand is you can't quit when things are bad.
No.
That's the issue. Nobody, and that's why with COVID.
That's when you go hard.
Yeah, that's why with COVID, so many people you found, like when I worked in addiction medicine, there were so many people that had addiction, didn't know they were addicted to things, because the only reason why they found out that they didn't know how to cope. the divorce rate during COVID was off the chain. You found out when now you stuck at home that this ain't really who you wanted to be with.
Right, exactly.
I don't even like
You know what I'm saying? People didn't know how to cope, and they didn't spend that quality time of learning their person.
Yeah.
So it just goes back from that till now. Spend time, take that time, work. Anything that you want to be good at, your relationship, you want to be rich, whatever that may be, it is work.
It's work. It's work.
Yeah.
And for
It's
us,
worth it.
we just want to be like just a servant to our community. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same thing I'm doing.
That's it. You just a servant to your community, and you kind of just rock out like that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, with some of my patients, you might not like me or what I have to say, but I have patients that come back and say, I'm glad you educated me that way or talked to me that way because now I've lost that weight.
Right.
And that is a win.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
People like me don't give up, but you go to these other doctors, they send you on your way with whatever you want. Nah, you're going to learn over here.
Yes.
That's why when you pay, it is worth every penny.
Yep.
So I'm going to get some closing things with you guys here. Quick rapid fire. What is your favorite gym song? You first and then you first. Next.
For me, probably the game Alibaba. What is it? Ali Boombaye. Ali Boombaye.
Is that an African song?
Yeah. Nah. Well, it's kind of got this mantra chant to it, and it's got 2 Chainz. That's my favorite.
Okay, you're going to send that to me.
Yeah. That I'm telling you, it's kind of got this like this rise to the song, and then the bass it go hard.
Did you play it on leg day?
Oh, any day. Definitely like that. Get you going. That's it. What about you?
I listen to R&B.
I do too. People be looking at me crazy.
I be Keith Sweat, it be SWV.
Me too.
I listen to
Y'all
R&B.
crazy. I ain't
Like
listen to
real.
that.
I listen to slow stuff.
Yeah, my
yeah.
partner, like I gave him the music, and I was listening to who was it? Boys to Men. He was like, how do you? Hey, this is what I like.
It relaxes me so I
Yeah.
can focus on my breathing. And now I ain't gonna hold you now. Glorilla, I'll pop one of hers. I ain't
I ain't gonna hold you. I like Gorilla too. I ain't gonna hold you. She
I done turned him
She
on.
put me on. I was like, man, I ain't listen to Gorilla. What is this? Man, I was listening to the songs. I was editing up some
Oh, I gotta
content.
send you this one she just did. Oh,
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah.
I had my office. I had them playing it on repeat.
Yeah. She go in. She go hard.
Man,
Okay.
I got an all rap female playlist, and I'll do that when I'm just like, and I don't really feel like it, and then kind of hype me up. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all need that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, baby, it's my old school R&B.
Okay. What's your favorite cheat meal?
Chicken,
Go ahead.
Wingstop,
Wingstop yours, yeah.
extra crispy.
Yeah.
Are they good? Wingstop?
Yeah, Wingstop be busting. Extra crispy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Me,
yours is?
probably pizza. Pizza, any pizza.
What's your favorite one though?
Probably, I like mellow mushroom.
I was just about.
You
There-
like Husky and Slim.
there-
Oh, Slim and Husky has become
Where's
my
that
favorite.
one? Where's that?
Slim and Husky. It's a black owned
Because they
pizza.
have
franchise.
beef pepperoni because we can't eat pork.
Yeah.
I can't
I ain't
do
gonna
pork
hold you.
either,
Yeah,
yeah.
Slim and Husky. Try. They got a couple, I think, here in the city. Yeah.
Okay, but mellow mushroom.
Mellow
that
mushroom
pizza
is
Oh,
good.
crust?
that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, you can eat
And I
that
ain't
by
gonna hold you. They
itself.
about Thai for me.
You think so?
Yeah. Me, I would say I love sushi, man.
Really?
Oh my god.
We do sushi too, but not all the time.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what it is. It's great in the moment, but I can't. I feel like I have too much of it. It's just I don't know. I started.
Boy,
to
I
feel-
could eat 100 pieces.
Really?
Easily.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
But they got like this place got hibachi and stuff too. I have to take y'all.
Yeah. They just built out a new one out there
love me some hibachi.
up in Gwinnett. Gwinnett.
big place
That
that we
man
went
is
to.
huge, bro. It's like it's like a buffet, an Asian buffet. Gohan.
Is that the one you sent me?
Bruh, we was there Father's Day. Yes.
So when we going?
Whenever y'all want. They got all the
Okay.
sushi you can eat, everything.
Y'all coming too, right? And the last thing is for both of you, because now you have a new journey. So what is one word to describe your journey so far?
Patience. I got an abundance really quick when I started all these brands, and I felt like God had humbled me. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for me to go to another level, I have to understand and respect what I'm building and how it can help and affect other people. So I've had to learn patience when it comes to business and not moving off of emotion, but more purpose and intent. You know what I mean? But patience is the number one thing when it's come to my journey. Yeah.
I have all the patience in the world. I'm a mom and a grandma. However, I have to learn to put my guard down, even with my own husband, and be a team, and not just me. You do you. Oh, because I have so much faith in him, and I always was like, I'm not worried about his business or him. He got that. Like that man, I can't worry about that. I got to worry about this and me. I got to take care of my kids and this, my. Not realizing this is my husband. These are ours. That's our stuff now.
Correct.
So that's what I'm learning now is to be a team player instead of just being stuck in I'm a single woman phase. I'm no longer a single woman. I'm a married woman. I got to work as a married woman. This is a unit now.
You hear that? As a unit. So if you guys want to follow more about his business, their relationship, now she is the HBIC with with his project management now. You guys, please follow them because you will learn so much: fitness, health, nutrition, relationships, all the things. And of course, thank you for joining the Q Effect, and we will see you guys soon.